Hello people, what you guys saying? You guys are good, yeah? Today, I'm going to do a part 2 of reading this book, Elly Griffiths, The Man in Black. So guys, this is a part 2 of reading this book. We're going to try finish this book off in this episodes, in these series that I'm going to make for this video. So we're going to try finish this book off and have an understanding and analysis behind the book and its meaning. So let's continue and read this book. I can't lie, I did read a couple of the book when I was off from you guys, but obviously I'm gonna further continue from where I read off. And let me find that, guys. I might just clip this one. Yeah, we leave it like this, guys. So we're gonna continue reading this book where we started from. Page 56. We start from page 56, so let's continue from page 56. Was heading to the foyer and I found myself in a cupboard. I panicked. So did I. I'm sorry, said Eileen again. I went well in the end. The audience loved you. It was true that Max had been a hit. Several people had congratulated him afterwards, and even Trixie patted him on the back and said that he wasn't bad for a youngster. There was only an hour before the second house. Max drank tea in the green room with Eileen and the other babes, then went back to the dressing room he shared with Tommy. He needed to change his shirt. He wished he could have a bath. The juggler was sitting by the mirror with a grease paint, stained towel around his neck, eating a pork pie, which made Max realize that he was hungry again. Good work, Maxie boy, said Tommy, looking at his reflection. I think we're going to be hearing more from you in the future. It was Eileen, really, said Max. No, it was you, said Tommy. I was watching backstage. You got what it takes. She was good, that little donzo. But take my advice, don't get involved with the girls. It will slow you down. Why do you think I never married? Because you look like a toad, thought Max. An unattractive one at that. But he said nothing and absorbed this new piece of advice. The second house went perfectly. Eileen disappeared and appeared as if to by magic. A surprisingly enthusiastic Mrs. Ham told Max back at the house. She prepared a late supper and there was a comfortable, almost cozy feeling around the table. Tommy was juggling with 3 boiled eggs. Joanne and Eileen was applauding him. Ronnie was telling Mr. Ham about Trixie forgetting her words on stage. It was in the middle of girl and boy. She stopped and it really looked like she was going to cry. So unprofessional. Did the audience notice? Asked Mr. Ham. I don't think so. Ed just kept tinkling away in the background until she caught up with him. That's the secret of being a good accompanist. Keep playing until you find a bit that singer recognizes. Of course you were in the business yourself, weren't you? I even accompanied Trixie a long time ago now. Do you miss it? Mr. Ham's face took a dreamy expression he had when sitting at the piano keys. What's the point of talking about the past? Trixie's past it. In my humble opinion, said Ronnie, not sounding particularly humble. I should be top of the bill. I'm a proper musician. Speaking of musicians, said Max, talking quickly because he thought it might be an idea to change the subject. I thought the conductor was very good. France, said Mrs. Ham. He's German. So was Beethoven, countered her husband. Know all about music, do you? Said Ronnie to Max, his tone not entirely friendly. Not at all, said Max. I had piano lessons at school, but I was terrible. Did you go to the public school, Max? Asked Mrs. Ham. Was it a famous one? Oh no, said Max. Thought it was famous if you liked that sort of thing. How'd you end up here? Asked Joanne, her gaze embracing the table with its motley collection of food and guests. The mottling stag's head over the fireplace, the faded photographs of dead hams. Just luck, I suppose, said Max. Eileen winked at him as a boiled egg landed in the soup. The pros were still sitting at the table at midnight. Max was used to this now. Variety performers were creatures of the night. They stayed up late and slept in the mornings. Most of them didn't bother to get up properly dressed for breakfast, a fact which would have made Max's father talk about shotguns and keeping the population down. But tonight Max decided to make his exit. He thanked Mrs. Ham for the meal and stood back trying to catch Eileen's eye in the subway. At the foot of the stairs he waited. Had he been wrong? But no, there was a creak of the floorboards. Eileen appeared, curly hair silhouetted by the porch light. Want a nightcap, said Max. I got a quart of scotch in my room. I thought you never asked, said Eileen. So guys, within this little bit of the page, they're talking about how they had a family gathering around, and obviously they had a meal together, and they were talking about like what are they talking about? They were talking about like music and like musician, and behind her like her career within music and how she likes it and how much she enjoys it. They also talk about school, where they wish an individual, I think it was Max. Max went to a Pacific school where Mrs. Hanford was quite rich-cheated and also quite education, but obviously Max didn't go there, guys. Max didn't go there, so she was quite out of dream expression when sitting at the piano keys, guys. So let's go ahead and continue, guys. All week, twice nightly, Max made Eileen disappear. Every night, they slept together in Max's single bed. She was his. First, but he hoped he used enough misdirection not to make this obvious. This show's producer, the much-feared Bert Bellington, offered Max another run. This time at a #1 theatre in London. His wife, beautiful variety star Variety Malone, smiled at Max in a way that seemed to offer even more. You're on your way, Eileen said. Brooke had gone on her way. Together, Max wanted to say. He needed an assistant, as soon as he'd be able to pay for one. But he thought of Mr. Ham, saying they come and they go. Of Tom advised him to stay clear of girls. He still had a long way to go there, and was no doubt that he'd travel fast on his own. So in this part, it talks about how Mr. Ham gives advice to Max to stay clear of his direction and his goals that he wants to proceed within the future. So that's why within that, obviously, as you can see, Mr. Ham, he's experienced a lot of stuff back in the day, so he knows what he's saying. So he's just trying to give a quick, important advice to Max of what not to do. For example, within he says, as it says, Mr. Ham saying they come and they go. What he's trying to imply within that section of the text is that don't waste your potentials and stay focused. Basically, in the sense of where he's saying, always keep what's most important and what's most high priority first. I'll give you guys an example. For example, within your own financial state, you have to be financially being financially stable is one of the top priorities, and also spiritually stable, keeping on top of your spiritualness, and also that comes along within your pureness and also your own. I was talking about where even girls come and go in the definition of saying girls get obsessed, then they get unobsessed when it's the time to go, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. So that's what he meant within that section of line. And he's not lying, to be honest, so it's fair enough. But anyway, guys, let's continue with this. After the last night, there was a quiet party at the boarding house. The pros clubbed together to buy wine and beer. Ronnie played the accordion and the girls danced. Max wondered if Mr. Ham would offer to play, but there was no move to the piano room. The Hams went to bed fairly early, but they actually seemed on better terms than usual. Mr. Hams even had his arms around his wife's waist as they left the room, but when Mrs. Ham didn't appear the next morning, her husband claimed the party. She wasn't in bed when I woke up, said Mr. Ham, clattering saucepans. I expect she's gone for a walk to clear her head. The music was very loud, but Max remembered the landlord urging Ronnie to play fortissimo. Max didn't have much appetite for breakfast. Elena, hair back in the headscarf, seemed to be avoiding his eyes. As soon as he could, Max excused himself. Guys, I wonder what does fortissimo mean. So let me do a quick research about that, guys. Oh, it's a dynamic musical instruction, meaning very loud or performed very loudly. Okay, so basically, guys, it's a loud instrument. It's a loud instrument that plays very loud. Alright, let's continue. Max didn't have much appetite for breakfast. Elena, hair back in the headscarf, seemed to be avoiding his eyes as he could. Max excused himself. and headed for the stairs. He had to pack his bags and embark on the long train journey from Leeds to Eastbourne, where he had his next gig. Ellie was going to Scatborough. Should they exchange addresses, arrange to meet on a station platform somewhere? As Max was pondering this, he saw that the door to the music room was slightly ajar. He pushed it open. White walls, delicate painting, leggy furniture. Max looked again. The room was almost the same, but the configuration was slightly different. The piano, which had previously been between two watercolors, was now had a foot close to the French windows. Max? Aline had appeared behind him. What are you looking at? Nothing. He didn't want to explain, and besides, what was there to say? But Aline, it seemed, had something she wanted to say. This week has been wonderful, she began. But, prompted Max. But let's not pretend it meant anything more. You're on your way, you're going to be famous. We might meet again, we might not. Let's not make any promises. I want to see you again, said Max. Now you see me? Aline patted his cheek. Now you don't. 2 weeks later, at the start of his London run, Max read about the mysterious disappearance of Elly's landlady, Edna Ham. Tommy Hawkins, when they met again on the bill in Edinburgh, said that he believed the rumour that Mrs. Ham had run away with one of the Trubshers. A year later, preparing to headline his first show, Max read that John Ham, 49, had married singer Trixie Lee, 45, at a private seminary in Torquay. He thought about John Ham playing the piano, the convenient receptacle that had moved in the night. He thought of Eileen saying that nothing looked the same backstage because everything was on the wheels. Of John's face when he talked about Trixie, the girl with the golden voice. There was no point telling anyone else any of this, and did he really think that John had killed his wife and hidden her body in a piano? Ooh, there's a bit of a mystery ahead. Was she, even now buried in the vegetable patch? Max didn't know, but he never played Elly's dominant again, and he never saw Eileen again either. Ooh, guys, you guys heard that right? There's a new chapter ahead of us. Ooh. It just talks about a murder mystery within this book, guys. It just talked about a murder mystery where a body was hidden within a piano. Ooh. And also it talks about how obviously they had a party, they had a ceremony party, and obviously Max was there, Aline was there, Mrs. Hams and Mr. Hams was there, and many other people around him. Looked like he was talking about where Aline now, but I'll be gone in a second. She's basically trying to imply that she's not trying to make any commitment or any compromises towards his own idea and his own ideologically thinking towards her. You know what I mean, guys? So she's just trying to make sure and keep 100% clarified that she doesn't want anything intervening towards her and him. That's why she said that in a quote. Apparently, after Eileen's disappearance 2 weeks later, Max read about mysterious disappearance of Leeds landlady, Edna Ham. Okay, guys, if that's the case, if there was a dead body in the piano, could that be the mysterious disappearance of the Leeds landlady, Edna Ham? Think about that, guys. This is a bit of a problem-solving mystery right here, and I'm going to try my best to solve this problem within this book, and also share my idea and my own analysis towards this book with you guys. But yeah, guys, that was part of the book what we read, which is up to page 61. Next page, the early pebble on the beach. So this is the next chapter, guys. This is the next chapter that we're gonna read. So guys, we're gonna leave it like this for now and just keep it like this. Alright, let me just put this up like this. Anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy listening to me reading this book for today. This is part 2, guys. Part 2 of reading Elly Griffiths' The Man in Black. So you guys stay tuned. More videos like this is gonna come out soon. And guys, we're gonna make sure we finish this whole book, this entire book. We're gonna make sure we finish this entire book, guys. So you guys stay tuned for this video. Also, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, share my videos, and make sure you guys stay tuned for more content coming out. Also, give me some ideas of what I should do next, innit? Give me some ideas. So you guys stay tuned with that. I appreciate everyone supporting me and everyone giving the best within my channel and my community. So you guys stay blessed. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay safe. Love.